Good day, sir. My name is Sofia Sabalande from BSIT 2 Section 5, and today I will be present you my system, which is called the Exam Readiness Checker. So before we move on to my um, code, I will just explain a little background about this. So this system is designed obviously for Cebu Eastern College students such as me. So these systems help them to check whether they are ready for taking an exam. So my system purpose was to help students evaluate their exam readiness and how confident they are. So it identifies the weak areas and encourage better study habits. So instead of guessing if they're ready or not, the student can use this system to evaluate more clearly, so they can be sure if they're ready they're ready for taking an exam. So hi guys, my screen is now recorded. This is my Dart code. So as you can see here in the top, this is my Dart name, which is my system name, Exam Readiness Checker. So in this part, we have import Dart.io. First is I imported that. This allows the program to use input and output function like cd in, cd out, obviously, because this is what Darts needs. So without this, the system cannot read user input from the keyboard. So that's very important. And I also have a class here, which is this Exam Readiness Checker. So I created a class called the Exam Readiness. This class serves as the blueprint of my system. So it contains all the data function needed in programs such as this, my objects. So my variables, I have late string, final list, static, and all. So the run method, here I made this run method, which it contains welcome, login, main menu, here, and here, and so on. So the run method controls the flow of my system, which is calls the three functions, the welcome, login, and main menu. So this is my welcome method, which is void welcome, then stdion. I use triple quotes here instead of backlash n because it's much better this way, using multiple string line, and it's more readable for me. So I have the login method, this keyword here. So this student name, this reads the user's name from the keyboard. It will store inside here my late string. Yeah, it's called late because we will put a value there after. So we have here a if statement, which is this that student name equals to null, this that student or not is empty. So this check if the user entered nothing, if the input is invalid, the system will exit. This ensures that my system won't crash. So my main menu, the one you will see when you're on the terminal. Here I also use loop, cases. So I use while loop so the system keeps running until the user chooses to exit. While the user selects option 4 here, the variable changed to loop stop because I intended to, I put the exit to 0, but if they choose the case 4, I change it to 1 so it will break to stop the loop. So I use switch case to handle different user choices. Each calls the different functions such as the check readiness, the view history, clear history, and exit. Just a very simple terminal code. Now, here in this part, the void, my other object, which is void check readiness. And this converts user input into integers here. I specifically use the end.parse to convert the string to integers. Same flow here. We have the study hours, the scores, and their confidence. Now this is the readiness condition. These are the conditions I use to check if they're ready. So if ours is greater than equals to 10 and scores is greater than equals to 80 and confidence was greater to 4. Now I choose the number 10 because the minimum study hours of a student must have in a week is at least 2 to 3 hours. So before their exam, at least they have 10 hours in a week of studying time in that certain subject. So the scores is obviously it's 80. The passing score over 100 is 75. So I just made it 80. And the confidence here, just made it 4. I don't know. It's better that way, I guess. Because, yeah. So this is the status where it will, if they got it, it will give them ready. So in this part it will check if which part or which area they're weak of. For example, if their hours is less than 10, so if the system will output in the terminal that they're weak in the hours, so was in the score and confidence. Here I use this. I use this, that history, and that for the results. So it will store in my list in here. Moreover, here we can see the view history part and the clear history. So the results save a string as what I said earlier. Just added to the history list so that the students can, view their previous results. So this function checks if the history list is empty. If not, it prints all the stored result using loops. So in here, my clear history, this function remove all stored result by calling .clear on the list, such as this. It makes my option, my option 3 to clear all their history. Although this is just a very easy terminal code and it's not yet fully developed. So now I have explained the technical side of my system. I will explain its value. My system solves a simple but important problem. Many students think they are ready for exam without checking if they're prepared for that level. So this system evaluates readiness based on effort, performance, and confidence. It gives clear feedback and identifies check areas. It also stores history so students can track their improvement over time. Let me just show you a quick output. So study hours, let's say, I would say I'm 10 and scores I got 85 and my confidence was like 7. So my system I'll put my status, which is ready, and I have my weak area has none, and it still continue until you exit it, which is if you input number 4. So that is my system. Now, this system is very simple and practical and also scalable. I know it can be improved by adding subject-based evaluations, study recommendation, etc., and maybe using database, which is the SQL, to save it even if you turn off the system. So, in conclusion, my exam readiness checker is simple but meaningful system that promotes preparation, responsibility, and self-awareness among students. Thank you for watching my presentation, and that's all.